one. Let's go. $562 bounty and a massive stack. Let's go, Dottie. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of chips, man. That is a lot of chips, chat. All right, we're gonna register the 530 main event. Trying to take a stack through here, chat. We're gonna put it on table 1. Raise it up in the main with the suited ace gorge. It's a gorgeous hand. And look who it is in the big blind, old Matty Ice. My brother, Matty Ice, bro. Queen 7-3, small bet. Small bet against your mans. And a call. 3 on the turn. How do I get the most money out of Matt here? I don't think I want too much big betting on this turn. He leads. I think we raise. I was going to go small bet again. But when we get led into, I think we raise. And if we're up against a full house, we're in tough shape, obviously. We're going to call 4 on the end. We bet. Matt calls with probably a 3 or a worse flush. I would guess worse flush. Very unlucky. Arnis calls. Queen 6-5 on the flop. Big bet, given our stack depth here, I think is good. Good call. 7 of the turn. I think we're checking now. Hope you're well. How did the session go, man? Against a full house. And this opponent is playing extremely aggressively pre-flop, so they can have some 8x. But I also think they're going to be checking back some pairs on the turn, so the range is a little bit polarized here. I think I should call, probably. They would at least consider shoving as well with some nutted hands when they have a pot size bet left, so I think I should call down with queens, just based on our opponent that's playing like extremely wide. So we'll call. Against a miss jack 10, let's go. The ace 10 of clubs in the 530 millions main event will be good. Small bet, 3 ways here. I mean, quarter pot is fine. Keep betting based on the opponents we're up against here. I'm kind of worried about David having ace-jack. Could have ace-queen, but I think more likely to raise a pre-flop. I think could limp call ace-jack, and we're going to be value-owning ourselves. Arnis, I think, has king-x, has 3x, has a bunch of ace-x, like, is playing very, very wide. So I think we want to probably bet small here against what is very... Oh, never mind. For the bounty, we got to go for the bounty. Yeah. It's 187 bounty. We got to go for the bounty here. We got to go for it. It's a thin bet. Like, they can definitely have better hands. But based on our opponent, we know that they're playing a ton of hands. We need to go for the bounty. We just have to. If we're trying to maximize the amount of chips we make, I think we want to bet small to ensure that we get called from like king X and 3X. So we bet like 150. This bounty's too valuable. We're getting tanked. We're going to win. We're going to win a bounty here, I think. Fold. Okay, fine. Rostislav bets on the turn, and we raise it pretty much minish. I mean, very small. This looks super strong, right? Like, this looks really strong. Limp, raise to 4x, we call, bet on the flop, call, turns a jack. They bet again, we raise small, and they fold. Okay. A bit as well, probably. You want to check raise or bet? I think bet with jacks. Check raise more with kings and aces, I'd say. Bet is good. 5 of diamonds on the turn. Yeah, it's check call now. Dang it. Dang it, it's a check call. We're going to start playing this passively. Lead. I think lead is smart. And I think we have a good hand that can fold to the raise here, right? It's like we have the fourth nut flush on a paired board. We're going to get worse hands to call us just because they have a good price. Like trip sixes is going to call us. I think 9 of diamonds, 8 of diamonds, 7 of diamonds is going to call us. When we get raised, we can feel pretty comfortable, folding. We're also setting the price against the king of diamonds and the queen of diamonds, which is fine. But yeah, we fold. Open, flat, squeeze. And Damn, this is a really annoying spot. So they're out of position. They make it 3x. Holy smokes, that's small. Wow, this is a weird spot. They have too many chips, so we're going to call, right? Let's say we open under the gun, they 3-bet on the button. Ace-queen is about indifferent. You could fold aggressively, okay? In this spot, we're in position with ace-queen O. And the position is slightly later. And this is like one of the chip leaders. They have 5.5 million. Safe to say they're going to be playing aggressively, right? Like they're not going to be messing around. Or they are going to be messing around a bunch. They're going to be squeezing a lot. They're going to be 3-betting a lot. So I think against them we have to call. We go to this ace-7 4 flop. We're not going to fold now. I think the likelihood of ace-king is actually pretty low when they make it 3x or open in a 3-way pot out of position. I don't give them a lot of credit for ace-king. I think we're going to lose to aces sometimes here, but I think we're going to stack diamond draws. They bet 279. We're all in. There's just not enough money behind to make calling better. Charge their draws maximum. And they're going to fold. That's cool. All right. Wow. 5-3 called. That's crazy. And 10s is a great hand in two very important tournaments. Let's focus on the main event because we are 60 blinds deep here, basically. Both 3-bet and call are decent options. I think call is better because we really hate it when we get 4-bet jammed on for 50 blinds. Whereas when we call and we go to a flop like this, it's like really good news, you know? Now, against a bet, it's just a call. We don't have any raising range here, which may seem weird. Like, what? We don't raise when someone bets? But think about what happens to our raising range or our calling range if we raise in the spot with 10s, jacks, queens, kings, aces when we solo play them. Or when we raise our club draws. What does our calling range look like? Well, it's capped at a pair of 9s, right? So, yeah, it's just a call with your whole continuing range in this spot. And then on the turn, we could go into some raises and stuff. But basically, you've got to protect your range in these 3-way spots with a player behind. So we call. Against good opponents anyways. In the 530 for sure. Like in other ones, no. But, you know. Jack of spades in the turn. Cool. Checks to us. Do we want to bet? Do we want to check? I think we want to bet. I think we want to bet about half pot here. And then check the river, probably. It's probably a little too thin to bet the river, especially with this being an overcard. I think this is a club draw or a 5. Club draw. Nice. I mean, this is really close, I think. I'm going to 3-bet. I'm not sure. I mean, we're going to play king jack suited, right? What's my best approach with king 9 suited here in the hijack? I'm going to 3-bet, but it's aggressive. It's easy to kind of underdo the suited kings, so that's kind of part of why I think I'm giving this one a go, but it's close. Whoa. Check raise on the ace-9 deuce? Really? In a 3-bet pot? So we need to continue with like 85% of our range here. So yes, this one. But like I'm just surprised because it's just not a play I'd expect them to make. What's our folding range going to be? Well, you got to remember our 3-betting range is already super condensed. It's like not that big. So we're going to be folding like our half frequency 8-7, our half frequency 7-6, our jack 10 without a backdoor flush draw, our king jack and king 10 without a backdoor flush draw. But like, man, yeah. They check, we check. I think we should bluff. I think we have one of the best bluff hands we have here. So we'll bet 975. And we win. Let's go. We get a call from K. Hansen. We go to a flop with queen 4-3, all hearts. The clearest check call. But it goes check, check. Turns a deuce. The clearest check call. Wow, snap to 446. That's big. Still call. Ooh. Check nightmare. Ace deuce can value bet. Okay. I mean, for 1/3, of course, we call. They make a set of deuces. This is potential for sadness and potential for dreams. So us, we open. Jack 8-6. I was wondering if I want to check raise top set or just bet. Yeah, I'm going to put in a little check raise probably. Our A6 call. I think in position is good against what's going to be an extremely wide opening range, but here's an all-in ace queen against king 10. David doubles up. Nope. GG David. That is sick. Friend of the stream as well. All right, we call. We flop 2 pair against Jerry. And we like this. We probably want to play this hand by calling and let Jerry barrel, I'd say. It's a very dry board. There's not a lot we're concerned about here. Jerry's going to have a really wide range. I think let them barrel is a good idea. King brings in some draws. Wow. 818,000. There's 2 million in the middle. If we call, it'll put 2.8 million in the middle with 1.8 back. I think we want to call here. I don't think we want to raise. It gives a free card to hearts and like gut shots. But I think it's worth the risk, especially with the ace of hearts blocking. So I think we just call. Don't have queen jack. Or ace king or ace 10. You know, or it's possible, but we're blind versus blind. They check, we bet. Okay, 4.7. Listen, chat, we've made day 2 of the tournament. Let's go, Dottie. Come on, Dottie, let's go. In the money of the 530 Millions online KO main event on day 1A. Feels so good to lock up that day 2.
3 weeks later.
You can be yourself and become Canadian. Like Canada is defined with its diversity, with its pockets of culture. And a bunch of us are very different. Raise, we definitely call here, Liam. 562 bounty, no brainer. With 10s, good luck. Come on, let's go. $562 bounty and a massive stack. Let's go, Dottie. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of chips, man. That is a lot of chips, chat. 7.5 million. Don't sleep on it. Hello, everyone. I think I have the coolest piece of poker software you've ever seen today. It is called HybridPoker. Brand new piece of poker learning software where you test your score against myself, against Daniel Negreanu, against Bill Perkins, and see how you score against the 3 of us, as well as other poker players as well. But HybridPoker learns about you, the player, this is really cool. As HybridPoker gets to know you, it's going to tell you what to work on. There's a link to the IQ test down below. Try it for free. I think you'll like it. So try it out. So we're going to squeeze with the best hand in poker in the main event. .26, I think is fine. Zhao calls to a flop of king 10-4 with 2 spades. Pretty good flop. Sizing sets up really awkwardly here. I don't think we can jam the turn. We just need to go like half pot here probably. Choosing a big bet sizing in the squeeze pot doesn't make any sense. You know, I don't think we want to bet like 1.5 million. It makes our hands aces too much. And we need the possibility of having ace queen, of having ace jack, of having ace 5 suited. So yeah, we bet the small size. Take it down, 9.4 million. It feels good, Dottie. Here, king queen. I think this is a good squeeze moment. $1.4. King queen, we're not going to go all in with pre-flop, right? But it doesn't play very well 3 ways. And it also blocks ace king and ace queen and kings and queens, which are hands that are 4-bet here. So it's not a bad spot to put in the squeeze. Where does it get dicey? You know, on like On king 9-5, you know, at these stack depths, it gets a little dicey where it's like, man, we don't want to stack up, but we just flop top pair, you know? But I think it's a good squeeze anyways, in that most of the time this is going to be a pre-flop hand. It's going to go fold, or it's going to go 4-bet, we fold, and that's fine. Tegbeer is a great player as well. You just don't have to if you don't want. Kings open, get calls from Preben and Zhao. And we go to a flop of ace queen 10. I think check is fine, actually. We do have a decent amount of hands that want to check, like a bunch of medium low suited aces. And we're going to check call, probably, and then play a turn. Which is going to be a jack. Too bad. King 7 suited, we raise. I feel you, Warlord Rain. I feel you, man. Queen 10 deuce, small bet here, I think, with King 7 for sure. Be better if we had the backdoor flush draw or something, but it's a good hand to c-bet bluff. Overcard, not going to win a showdown. Doesn't want to control the size of the pot, but has that overcard equity. So, like, the junkie kings are a c-bet here, I think. We have turned a bluff catcher. So I think check. Bad rivers are going to be jack 9, 8. Good rivers are, or ace is bad as well. And then good rivers are the rest, basically. 5 of clubs, fine. It's not the best one. It brings in a backdoor flush out, but fine. So what do we beat? We beat, on 30 blinds, ace jack O, probably flats. Ace jack offsuit. King jack offsuit, king jack suited, jack 9 suited, 9-8 suited, jack 9 offsuit. And they block. I don't know, probably call. Like, I kind of wish they just bet $1 million, you know, which gives us a worse price, but makes it a little bit more likely to be a bluff. But I think we should call when we turn the 7 here. I'm kind of annoyed by the possibility of a 10, but just call. I think check on the turn is a good idea. And bluff the river. I think it's a decent hand to bluff with. We should bluff with our 7 high, because what are we going to bluff with? Well, small pairs that decided to bet the flop and small suited connectors. Everything else has a pair or straight or a flush or something like that, you know? Oh, this could be great. It, lol. I hear you. I hear you. So Gustavo squeezes. I think call is the answer here. Very strong hand. There's a lot of money in the pot as well. SPR is going to be super short. I think we just call. Go post flop. A pot size bet is what's left. Question is, do we raise or do we call here? Yeah, call. We're just not really protecting from anything right now. I think it's just call. I hope we're up against queens or jacks and not kings. But they can have ace king here. They can have a bunch of stuff. So every potential card is a potential set, but we've got to feel pretty good about our hand, I think. They do have us covered, so there's no bounty on the line for us, but good spot. They bet 2.25. I think we're all in. If we get them to fold stuff that has like a gut shot, that's a great thing at this point with this much money in the middle. I think we're just all in here. Take it. Is life. Really big bet from Philip. We don't want to see that, but it's clear. Continue with 7-8. Five. I think we want to check here. We want them to have a jack, right? We want them to have jack 10. We want them to have jack 9. We want them... we want to target those hands. I think ace jack is a bad hand to bluff. We should bluff often, right? When we have jack 10, when we have jack 9, when we have 10-9, we should bluff. When we have even 7-6 suited, we should bluff. When we have ace 4, ace 3, ace deuce, like ace 9 are the worst choices, I think. As bluffs. And we get a block bet on the river. We just fold. We just fold. Things are not going the right direction, but we'll keep battling. I think we have an open here. King 7 suited, 7-handed. It's a good raise fold, I think. But we are pretty short now. 16.5 blinds. And 3-bet from Galerm, we fold. Defend with jack 5 suited, flop a top pair of jacks. This is pretty good. How do we want to play? I think mostly call. I think we're going to check raise jack 10 or better, 4x or better, spades or better. And I think with worse jacks, we want to mostly just call here. And we want to lead this turn probably. When you think about it, it's like we're not going to get a double barrel from like queen high here, right? On this jack. So we want to make sure we get paid from 4x from ace x. Yeah. I think it's just a lead with the way stacks are. Good luck, chat. All in with 10s. Guilherme is going to make it 1.1 million, and we have a very tough spot. I think flat is the way. I don't think we want to jam ace-jack offsuit against the hijack here, against the cutoff. Yeah, I'm all in. Against the hijack, we're not going to get action from enough worse hands. So I think we make this rare flat with the ace-jack O. I'm not super happy, and it's a bit tough. Clear bets we call. 8 on the turn. This is an interesting spot because I think players that aren't super great shut down here often, and players that are super great barrel off here often. Because think about my pre-flop range. I don't 3-bet, right? I don't have ace-king. I don't have ace-queen. And I don't have ace-jack suited either. How many 2s do I have that call on the button? So, like, what do I have here? I have a suited ace or ace-jack or ace-10. It's just like a slam dunk barrel spot for Guilherme to, like, try and get me to fold a weak ace, basically. I do think I should value bet the river here with, like, a pretty strong hand. I think when Guilherme has ace-king, ace-queen, they're going to bet the river. We're going to call it. We're going to lose. If they're checking an ace on the river, they're probably going to call, I would think. Probably. We're up to 14.2, which is good. Ooh, this is nice. Ace-jack, O diamonds. A very nice hand. 3.2 million. The question is, do we flat or 4-bet here against the small blind? I can really see both here. Probably 4-bet. Like ace-10's a flat, ace-queen's a jam. Ace-jack is variable. I think jam. Good luck. GG. GG, guys.